Hello. It is, in fact, Friday afternoon. Y'all know what that means. The same thing I have been working on for like a month. Are we ready? Wah. Yay! Here it is. Got the playlist going, got the screen share going. I might even turn the music down a little bit. There we go. Word. Ah, I wish I could like... Oh, I can minimize. I'm just dumb and couldn't find the button. I was gonna say, I wish I could minimize Apple Music, because in the new Apple update, when you're like streaming to something like OBS, it has a little thing up where the buttons to do that are. I didn't realize you could click on the little thing and get to the buttons behind it. That made zero sense. I'm just kind of saying words at this point. I'm just nattering. It's already begun. I haven't even started doing anything yet, and that's already begun. Actually, no, I do have. I'm checking like volume and levels and stuff, making sure you can at least hear the music, so it's not just like dead silence, but also so it's not like overpowering me actually talking. But I think we're good. I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. I might even turn it up like a tiny bit. That should be good. It doesn't have to be like the best thing ever. It's just so when if I inevitably get to a point where I just straight up stop talking, you're not just left hanging in silence. Okay, where did the chat window go? There it is. Found it! Got all three cats in the same room. This is gonna be an interesting one. Nobody is surprised. I haven't really gotten much farther on the song. I've been working on stuff, just not the song in particular. I'm not sharing this sound from like the window, right? I'm not. Splendid. Yeah, I still haven't actually animated Erin herself. That's probably something I'm gonna want to do, so I'm gonna do that while it's still in my brain. Okay. That's right, I remember we went through and set keyframes. Okay. I got my brain in gear now. Welcome everybody to this week's 2 hours of me nattering while I get like two things done. That's one thing per hour though, so... Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is throw a keyframe there so I don't have to worry about, like, copying that exact position. And then just copy paste whatever I do here onto the next one. Like, it's not the end of the world. Half of this is off the screen. That's why it looks weird. There we go. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. If I get 3 things done, I get a stick. Well, then I guess I gotta get 3 things done then, don't I? The chances of me actually obtaining a stick are slim to none. Okay. That's the first jump. That's the second jump. Eh? 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 Okay. We're getting somewhere. That works. It's a start. It's a start. One day I'll get the turtly tubular sticker. One day I'll be worthy. Okay, I wonder if text slightly moving Aaron Sims while going, is the best thing ever. I have, nah. I'm doing it again. I'm doing that without even realizing it. I think that's just the new thing that I'm gonna do without realizing I'm doing it. It doesn't have to be like the most different pose ever. It just needs to be on the other foot because I think it looks cool. So we're gonna copy frames. Put the frames here. Okay, that's gonna be frame 88. Can you say, guys, did you see Peter Griffin is in Fortnite in the Aaron voice? Guys, did you see Peter Griffin is in Fortnite? Oh, that was really loud, and my mom is on a call in the other room. It is what it is. You do what you do for your work. Okay. Her shoulder is. Oh, I should have. I should have. I should have made sure of that first. Copy frame. Paste frame. Her shoulder is no longer dislocated. I think. The one in the back looks weird. Or does it just look like that? It just looks like that. Okay. Is my white hair natural? Nah, funny story. I'm a brunette. My hair is... might be like a shade or two lighter than Aaron. It's like... Yeah, I'm gonna say like a shade or two lighter than Aaron. I'll bleach the poo-poo out of it. I'm amazed it's not falling out more than it is. It's falling out a little bit, but not like... There's still a lot left. Also because, a little bit before Halloween, I cut like half of it off. Because before it was like mid-back-ish. It was like above mid-back, and now it's right on top of my shoulders, which I like so much better. It actually looks like the way I draw it now. I get that from my mom. She would change her hair so much when she was around my age. And she got me started on that in like 3rd grade. And now here I am as an adult, and it's just a thing. It's just a thing I do every couple months now. I think the longest I went without changing my hair was... I want to say 2 years. 2 years might have been like the longest I went without changing my hair once I got into it. I bleached my hair fully white a little over a year ago. It was last year, I remember. It might have been... November? I don't remember if it was before Halloween. No, it's not Frozen. I was pondering. I was thinking. I don't think I did it before Halloween. Oh my, do y'all want to know how my mom ruined the Muppets for me yesterday? So, it's December. We gathered around the TV and decided we were going to watch Muppet Christmas Carol. Cuz it's December, you got to watch your Christmas movies. And so basically Muppet Christmas Carol is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a Christmas Carol with Muppets. Like I'm fairly certain like 99% of the people on the planet know what it is. The scene with Christmas Past, Fozzie Bear is supposed to be Scrooge's employer. Um and we get towards that like general area and my mom's like, you know how Fozzie Bear has like the little hat and like the tie, and I'm like, yeah, where are you going with this? And she's like, Freddy Fazbear. I'm just like, dude. So I went to Google and pulled up a picture of Freddy, and then pulled up a picture of Fozzie Bear, and I put them side by side, and I just sat there for a minute. I just had to sit there pondering. Oh, that reminds me, I was gonna put on the Christmas playlist instead of this one. Oh, I was gonna do that. Here it is. There we go. I know it's the exact same song, but just talking about Muppet Christmas Carol and then hearing the song reminded me I was gonna put on the Christmas playlist. Should I give my little character a Santa hat? I think I should make another little character in the corner that's got a Santa hat. I might change the background to look like it's got snow. Oh, that would be really cute. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be really cute. Okay, now I should maybe get started animating. Okay. I'm running into the same problem I did before, where I have to, like, be counting numbers, and I'm not good at counting numbers. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is... Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A keyframe there. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A keyframe there. How many frames is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 7. Perfect. So then I only have to give it like one more frame of buffer and it's gonna be the right amount. Okay, good. So I don't really have to count that. Oh, I wish I could color code these. Okay. Okay. Another label layer. Okay. That's key pose. Key pose. Key pose. Key pose. Okay, key pose and contact lineup. Okay. Alright. No, I don't want to use onion skin. That's too much to keep track of. Okay. That's the contact. That's the next pose. Okay. Oh, Maybe I can use onion skin actually. If it's... Okay, hold on. I can do this, right? Yeah, that's gonna play nice, right? Yeah. And then... Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Oh, God, that hurts my brain. Okay. Hide. Okay, I know what to do. I have it in my brain. Not working on movement right now, just those main important poses. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, it works. Okay. Put this one. No, don't add more frame. No labels. No labels. Are y'all entertained? Okay, that's frame 75. I want frame 75. Oh, there's so many numbers. Okay. Gonna do the exact same thing here. Gonna change the legs. Okay, 53. So I want the one in the front to be straight and the one in the back to be bent. Yes? Yes. That is what I want. 100%. Okay, yeah. Add a keyframe in all of these spots. I remember. Okay, I saw that it was a weird frame number going on in here. And then I remembered there was like a whole bit about that last week. I spent like 10 minutes freaking out about it. Everybody insisted it looked fine, and I was just overthinking it, and then I covered the timeline, and everybody else was right, and I was wrong. So I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm just gonna go through. Oh, that's horrible. I'm gonna undo that as fast as I actually did it. Okay. That was awful. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Okay, no, wait. What I'm gonna do is just... Okay, it's the belt. Oh my god, this brain power is crazy. Okay, that's the belt. I don't want the belt to move. I don't think I need those keyframes on the torso. But I think I will give it an ease so I can see it actually in motion. Oof. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't know what I'm looking at. Chat. Let's catch up on chat. What would Melissa Square's catchphrase be? That's a really good question. What would Melissa Square's catchphrase be? I wonder if... Yeah, no, I goofed. I goofed so bad. Okay. Ease in. This. Oh. Oh god. Okay, please tell me adding an ease out is gonna fix that. If it doesn't, I might cry. Well, I'm not seeing her actually bounce. Okay. It's... Ugh. Oh god, okay. What did I do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Let's... No, okay. In. That one. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, It... Okay. Okay. 19. 23. 26. 38. 41. 45. 48. 60. 63. 67. 70. 81. 84. 88. 91. Okay. They're all lining up. All the frame numbers are correct. So where did we go wrong? Hold on. I might know. I may know. I may... Okay, No, I don't actually know. Okay. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna cheat just a little bit. Gonna try something. Nice light blue. I like light blue. Okay, there's like a basic body shape. You start to... Okay, this frame. I'm using so much brain power yet again. Everything. I see. I know I already have keyframes there, but I want to make 100% sure. Okay, and then it's not on the scene yet. How you think this is boring? Imagine being the one that has to actually do it. Okay, which leg is first? Front leg, so it's gonna be... Nah. 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 Okay. Is that really her proportions? No, I flubbed it, but it is what it is. Eh. 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 There we go. I am worrying about the wrong things looking good. Insane. Okay. That's... Start to... Eh. Eh. Okay, that's that. Okay. Actually laying it out like this, I'm seeing that it's literally just a run cycle, but with more steps. And a lot harder on me as a person. So... and that goes here, roughly. And that goes here, roughly. Yes. And then on this one, she's just gonna like stand there, and it's gonna, it'll do something to get her to the next scene. Okay. Have that as just a guide layer. Bring Aaron back. Okay, the issue I think I'm running into is her poses just weren't extreme enough to really be able to see what's going on. Okay, let me just make a new layer and just put all these keyframes in here so I remember where they were. But I'm just gonna scrap all of them and just start over. So... not even gonna worry about her belt yet. That's a future problem. Yeah, this is literally just a run cycle. Okay, now that I got it figured out, I can make it happen. That's not really that's not too bad. I'm gonna focus on her legs and like body placement before anything else. That is horrifying. Okay, maybe not quite that extreme. I just broke every bone in this poor creature's body. I think I'm gonna have her head offset her body movement rather than like going with it, because I was thinking if her head was moving like with her body, it would add more momentum, but I think that's part of why it just felt weird because it wasn't balanced. like a really loose position here. Actually, do I have anything with her shoulders? That's a bit far, so I'm not gonna do that. It is what it is. Her arms are just gonna be less exaggerated than the rest of her. But that's fine, because otherwise it would be distracting. I just made that up. Does that look good? It looks okay enough. Ew, that... Okay. Can I be a bit cheeky? I can! Please tell me that's gonna work. I might cry. Yay! I'll probably still cry, but it won't be for that reason. Just a little bend going so it's not just like sticking straight out in a weird, unnatural kind of way. Yay! Okay. There's that one. We got one out of... I don't even begin to know how many at this point. That's the next time we see this pose. And then we have that other contact pose. Which I'm actually going to move the body. Even though I know I probably shouldn't do that, and I'm probably going to be really mad at myself later for doing it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody. Let me just copy that over because I made a change because I didn't actually check it before I started slinging keyframes around like it was holy water. No clue what I'm gonna do in between these two poses, but you know what I'm not doing right now? Worrying about that. I'll worry about that in like 20 minutes. Offset the weight with her head. Her arms too, because that's feeling really unbalanced. Oh, goodness gracious, I just dislocated her entire arm. That's gotta hurt. Alright, there's that contact pose. Throw it over here. That's frame 88. Okay. I think I see what the issue is. So, okay. What I have in the sketch and what I was trying to do is on every beat she moves, but what I actually animated was there's a delay. And I didn't actually plan that part. I didn't think that part through. I don't know how I messed that up, but oops, I guess. My bad. That's just a really unfortunate. just gonna move that forward and just see what happens. That doesn't feel like it's on beat. When is she actually? Okay, hang on. I'm messing myself up. That works. But I can work with 4 frames. I can, yeah, I can work with 4 frames. It's not the end of everything I've ever held near and dear, unless it is. Okay, what? What is she doing? Huh? Why are you doing that with your legs? Hang on. Okay, what is she doing and why is she doing it? It's a run cycle. Don't overthink. She starts in that position. She needs to get in that position. So how does she do that? She runs. So first... get that good. Okay. This one is in the front in a straight line. That's what is happening. The other one is in the back in a mostly straight line. I'm just gonna throw this here temporarily. I know it is insanely disjointed. I'm gonna throw this in as like a quick band-aid. It doesn't look good, but that's not gonna stop me.
Mary, shut up. I don't want to deal with you right now. I'm sorry, honey.
There we go. That's close enough. It's close enough for a temporary solution, which is exactly what it is. Move this over. I think... okay. I'm not gonna have a keyframe for the head. For the neck. I think the only thing I'm really gonna have a keyframe for here is the legs and the body. Not even the belt yet. So all this. Yes, that looks good. That seems right. It's right enough. That is the doofiest thing I think I've ever created. And you know what that means? It's gonna become a screenshot that I can bother people with in the future. Oh my god, that's so ugly. That, looking at that makes absolutely 0 sense. Copy frame. Paste frame. Put it here. This frame. This frame. Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. That's that's pretty close to what we want. Okay. I want to put that here. Okay. The first one is gonna have to. Why is that selected? The first one is gonna have to be a bit different. Because she's coming from nothing. She's starting from zero. I mean, okay. Why are you? Why are you existing there? Save memory. If you don't need to have something on a frame, don't put it there. Let me try something. Ease out. Whoop. Don't really know how that happened. Nice frame. Maybe another couple frames. And here's the cat. Hey! Don't chew on that. Don't chew on that. Don't chew on that. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Okay, fine. Spend 5 hours trying to get that piece of paper that you know you can't reach. Okay, put this at the start because seeing it. Oh, I didn't want. I didn't want to copy that frame. Copy frame. Paste frame. This song is gonna be the end of me. I'm just gonna give it an ease out and see what happens. Okay. 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 Alright. Alright. Okay. Where's the torso? Why do I have a keyframe on the torso? It's just good. There doesn't need to be an in between there because it's not really. So that one is the cubic ease. Ooh, fancy. It's a start. It is a solid beginning. Move the hair a bit just to give her some life. Out. This one. I'm just gonna copy that here and here. Okay. That's right, kitty cat. No clue what you said. That seems right enough. There's movement. There's movement, and you can tell what's going on. This might not be the worst thing on the planet. I may live to see tomorrow. which is good because Saturday is my D&D day. I'm not dying before I get to play my D&D. I'm happy with how her ponytail looks. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I'm pleased with it. And I know if I do anything else to it, I'm gonna hate it, so I'm just gonna leave it. Do you start to flow, making... Oh, I didn't mean to pause it. Haha. Do you start to flow, making everything I see? Nice. Nice. Okay, now I gotta figure out what I'm supposed to do with her legs. No clue what I'm gonna do with her legs, actually. Okay, I think I can... Oh, that's why I didn't... Oh, uh-oh. Oh god, please tell me I'm not gonna break this. That's gonna be out. And that one's gonna be in. Okay, that works. So what I'm gonna do is just make that frame. I probably could have made it frame by frame from the start if that was gonna be my plan anyway. I literally just wasted a solid 45 seconds on that. Insane. Okay. Alright, what I'm gonna do is just unlock one at a time. So that's gonna be the leg and the calf. That works. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to put a keyframe before I do anything that crazy. Alright, epic. Maybe bring that a little bit more out. Ooh, hello. Maybe I should... Okay. Definitely gonna wanna... Actually, I'm gonna change what I'm doing with the thigh. I'm gonna make that back. And then have that be ease out. I might ease in on this part. That looks good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is just... Because it's the same movement, so I'm just gonna copy paste those frames because I'm not doing that more than I have to. Ease out? Question mark? Ooh, that didn't look good. Oh! Okay. What's wrong? That's gonna be an ease in. Maybe I need to do in out. And then in. Okay, what is this? Oh, that's a custom. Oh, it's a custom. So, potentially, I could just use the same one and it'll look the same. That's not what happened. Why is that not what happened? Okay, how does that look? No, in, custom, in. Let me just try. Let me just try. What's the worst that can happen? It's getting there. It's getting closer. It's gotta be... Oof. No. It gotta be this one. It's gotta be. There's no way it's not. Yay! Okay. Perfect. So that means... What did I just do? Which... Oh, what layer is that? Uh-oh. It's this one. It's the one that... One of two layers that are not locked. We did it, gang. We figured it out. We Shakespeare'd that mystery. Oh, man. Oh my god. It is a 5-second clip. There is so much happening in this 4 or 5-second clip. Oh my god. Okay, why does... Oh, because I didn't... That's... Gonna be... Cubic in. Just a plain old ease out. This better look frame by frame identical or I'm gonna screech. It looks frame by frame identical, so I'm not gonna be screeching just yet this stream. Okay. That's the calf. So this is gonna be that frame. Okay. I know I just spent like 20 minutes working on it. I have forgotten what that pose is. Okay, for some reason that's what's happening there. Hang on. What? Okay, what's happening here? Okay, that... No, that's not the... Okay, that's the one that needs to be... And then this is just plain. Right? Yes? This is plain in nothing. So it's gonna be plain in, that has nothing. Plain in, really? I mean, hey, I guess that's what I did. For some reason. This. Plain out on that second one. And then this one is... My logic has failed, and I don't really know why, and I don't really know what to do about it. Okay. What happened here? I'm gonna highlight the legs, because that's what I want to focus on. What went wrong, and can I figure out how to fix it?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Unreal. Unbelievable. genuinely don't know what happened. I would like it to be known we are halfway through the stream, and I have done basically a singular jump successfully. One character at the bottom here reminds you of the villain from Rainbow Rocks. I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue which one you mean, but I don't doubt that there was probably some accidental inspiration in there. Okay, what? Aha! Haha! Ha 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 ha! Huzzah! That's awful. I'm so sorry y'all just had to sit through that. Why is this... Okay, hold on. Her legs aren't legging. And I want to know why they're not legging. Does this one bend? Haha! Got it. Okay, that's that part. Let's... Before I get comfortable and start going in and frame by framing... It's good enough. It's good enough. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. It's good enough. It works. Frame by frame. I know for a fact, if I even consider making any minute changes, the entire thing is... My computer's literally just gonna catch on fire. It just is, because that's how it works. If you think too hard, your computer just catches on fire. The source is, I just made that up. Okay. I think the main thing I need to worry about frame by framing is just her body. With, like, her hips and the belt. Why is her belt tweened? Why did I do that? There is no need for that. Okay, this... Okay, unhighlight because it's just gonna mess me up. Now I'm just gonna lock and unlock stuff like mad. This is the one I want? That's the one I want. Okay. Okay, it looks like it's mostly gonna be 2 frames. Okay, I'm gonna need another one for... Let me see what I'm working with here. Like, can I can probably just make one more extreme and get away with it. I mean, I've just been kind of saying, I can probably do this and get away with it, and it's somehow been working. So, I feel like, what's one more, right? Oh, that's the wrong frame. Well, okay, copy frame, undo everything I just did, and get silly and paste it. Yay! Saved like it never even happened. Just like Surf Pro. I'm sorry. That looks... It looks... I feel like it's too many frames. I can handle having a frame look slightly goofy if it means a different frame looks slightly less goofy. Life lessons of Technologica. Stay crazy, stay cool, stay creative. Okay, that should be, for the purposes of this, 4-second clip. It's good! Okay, the only other thing I'm gonna do is add, like, a 3 or 4 frame bounce, so she's not it's not like she's just moving. Like, there needs to be some level of weight, because right now she's just sort of gliding. She weighs exactly negative 7.8 pounds. Oh, I was gonna do her belt too, wasn't I? Oh, did I?
Julie was fussing about the glass earlier. Might have been this past summer. And
Okay,
I bought her
it can be salvaged. It can be salvaged.
6 or 12 rolls of paper towels. She probably lost it. Or left it out and somebody grabbed it. Because what I told her was, she says, do we have any windows? I said, not that I know of.
I think what I'm gonna do is just have a pull in the front and the pull in the back, because I don't really feel like there's a need
I have my own Windex that I bought. So that
for it to be like on both sides.
There might be some glass cleaning in the hall closet by the water fountain. If we leave our stuff out, it disappears.
Okay, maybe not quite that extreme. Paste frames. Start over. Yay! Like we've been doing the entire time! Pasting frames and starting over. I love animation. Animation is my passion. Start to fly, making everything nice. Now this song is stuck in my head. Okay, that's gonna be this, maybe? Yep. Oh, we might need one that like, both front and back. Okay. I was immediately wrong. Are we enjoying this? Are we having a great time watching me have a splendid time? I love my career. Is that the right frame? It looks right enough. I probably should have paid attention to what number I was just working on. But did I do that? I did not. In my defense, I've been using a lot of numbers. Oh, and I still need one more. Okay. I guess now it's just a game of how far can I push the belt without it looking like it's made out of silicone. Apparently the answer is pretty dang far. You know, I say stuff like that and then I realize there's other people in my house that probably have no clue what I'm talking about.
Why should they be any different?
Her hip is entirely dislocated. Her hip is like halfway through her pelvis. In the wrong direction. This kind of looks like a face. Like it's got like really dramatic eyeliner and then badly applied lipstick. Y'all see it too, right? Is that just me? Have I just been staring at this for too long? We are an hour in and I am only just now figuring out how to make a run. This is getting really silly. Okay, what direction? I genuinely don't think I can push the belt much farther than that because it's starting to get into rubber territory and it's not supposed to do that. It's a belt. Okay, good. We're saved. Maybe. Mayhaps. What? See, the thing is, I feel like I should be labeling them, but how do you label belt 1, belt 2? The belt does this. Guess what? It does that in 5 different positions. I can't just keep saying belt and expecting to know what I'm talking about. What frame is it on? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna cheat and just use squash and stretch. Nobody says I can't. It's 1 frame. Who's gonna know? I wanna know who's gonna sit there and be like, actually, you can't do that? Actually, yes I can. Watch me. That's gonna be okay. All right. Oh, I feel like that should not be that frame. But every other frame looks like dookie smelly poo poo fart.
Yeah. Okay.
This okay. Oh my god. Spoopy smelly dookie fart. That works. Oh, do I have to... Okay, why is it not the same for every... Because they're starting from different... They're not starting from different points. They're all starting from, like, the same frame. You can't even tell the belt is moving. When you play it through, you can't even see that there's motion happening. Oh my god. That is 10 minutes I'm not gonna get back. Oh man. This song. Oh man. I am gonna finish this episode and never listen to the song again. Oh my god. Of course, I said that about all the background music that's playing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish this production and then never listen to the music again. And now, a year later, I've already watched it like twice. It's Christmas! What do you want me to do?
I'm just trying to figure out what y'all want to do.
Okay.
Do I basically want them to buy me a black?
So far, so good. So far, so good.
Well, no, what do I want to do?
Okay, while it's in
Give me X number.
an acceptable place, I'm gonna take this moment to refill my water real quick. It'll be like 2 seconds at the most.
You can use this.
I drink more water when I get stressed. I mean, if I have to have a coping mechanism, that one's pretty healthy. So I'm gonna refill my water and BRB in a second. I spilled it immediately. Man. This stream is going... This is a fire stream. I will take a minute to answer chat questions instead of counting numbers. What is Cassidy supposed to be? She's a cat. She's just a little kitty cat. She's a really goofy kitty cat, but she's a kitty cat. She's got hair, but she's still a little kitty cat. How many times can I say kitty cat in one sentence? Apparently at least that many. Okay, I'm noticing... Let me turn the sensitivity down a little bit. There we go. What are the characters' names again? Okay, the lineup I have at the bottom of the chat window isn't absolutely every character, but it's a lot of them, so I'm just gonna go down that line, and anybody that's not there sucks to be them. From right to left, there's Tara, Allura, Aaron, Nicole, Jasmine, Raven, Melissa, and CK. Okay, now I feel like it's picking up on too much. That still feels like it's a little... That work? That seems good. Hooray! Nicola's super silly. I'm glad you think so because... Glad you think so. If I can form words, that'd be really cool. She has a really... not significant part in the next episode, but she gets a lot of screen time. It's not really plot important. She's just a good foil, because the next episode is Aaron-centered. The next episode is mainly Aaron and Scamp. Scamper's nowhere on screen, but it's the two of them. And Aaron's, not Aaron, Nicole is just a really good foil. Because Aaron and Scamper are just kind of doofuses. Neither of them have a functioning brain. And Nicole is Nicole. That's about it. She's simple. Okay, I refilled my water. We had a lovely little chat. Let's jump back into it. You convinced your friends to watch Technologica. Nice. Okay. Okay, actually, I know somebody mentioned this before. There was, when I first made the stream layout, I forgot to mute the stream audio. So instead of being able to hear the music, y'all were listening to it, like what I was doing in Adobe Animate. If that's what y'all would prefer to having music going, or if you want both, let me know. Because I'm not opposed to it. I feel like it'd be really annoying to listen to if you're not the one actually animating, but if it's y'all want, go crazy, I guess. Melissa hate is spamming your For You. Why? Why do people not like Melissa? I remember I asked it before, and I think it was somebody said people don't like Melissa because she didn't want to go along with CK and Aaron in the pilot and did anyway. But that's the point. That's the entire point. The point was for her to give up and be like, you know what? If you want to make a bad choice, I'm gonna be there to laugh when you make the bad choice. And that's exactly what happened. So I really don't know what people want from me. Who do I think would set a Christmas tree on fire? Zero hesitation, my mom just screamed Aaron from the other room. I feel like half of them would all set the Christmas tree on fire, but for different reasons. I think Aaron would do it, by accident. Tara, no doubt, would do it by accident. Allura, I don't think she would set the tree on fire. Nicole would not set the tree on fire. This is, okay, I was gonna say Jasmine wouldn't, but I think she would. And I feel like she would set it on fire just because she would want to go the more traditional route. Because she's practicing Catholic, so I feel like she would have, like, a lot more traditional decorations. So I feel like Jasmine would, like, have candles on the tree. And be like, oh, well, it's an artificial tree. It's not that flammable. And do that thing where, you know how people get the little LED candles and, like, put them in the branches and it looks really cool? She would do it with real candles because she'd want, like, the full experience, even though the tree is artificial, so there's not really a point to it. But she would do it anyway and then be confused when it catches on fire. Raven probably would not set the tree on fire. Melissa definitely would not set the tree on fire. CK would set the tree on fire because it's funny.
Tara would set it on fire because that's just what she does.
Yeah. I don't know how well y'all can hear in other people because I got the music going. Again, Mother Logica has contributed. Tara would set it on fire because that's just what she does. Okay. I did put thought into that. Okay. Here's how that scenario would played out. Here's how that's... people thought she was annoying and rude? How is Melissa rude? She barely had 2 speaking lines. She had, like, 2 lines in the entire episode. She had the start where she was saying, I literally don't think this is safe because it's not. And then the end, she just straight gave up. Whatever. Anyway. I guess, chat, you're wrong for having an opinion. I don't know. If you have an opinion, just don't. I don't know. I guess that's what the people want. No, okay. I've put thought into this. Here's exactly how the situation would play out with Tara catching a Christmas tree on fire. So, actually, we can... This is a just chatting moment. This is a chatting screen moment because this can be good. This can be a really good, solid moment, and I don't want anything to distract from it, I say as there's 3 gifts going on at the same time. So, they're all gathered in somebody's house. She's not pictured, but probably Zarla, because she has the biggest house. So, they're all in the living room, got a nice big old Christmas tree. It's probably like... Let me pull up a calendar to check something real quick, because the exact day is in fact irrelevant. So let me check. No. Oh! Melissa hates really funny because people hate CK for not listening. Okay, well... I mean, I actually can't be mad about that. It's gonna sound backwards, but I'm actually really happy that's happening. Because that was kind of the idea. Nobody is inherently in the wrong. I mean, okay, yeah, you can say, well, obviously you're not supposed to mess with something that can put you in another dimension if you're stupid with it. But, like, you could also argue that if CK was, like, focusing and paying attention, it all would have been completely fine. Funnily enough, if anybody's in the wrong, it's Erin, because she just kind of grabbed it and went crazy with it. But the only reason she did that was because she got frustrated with CK and Melissa bickering. But they had a good reason to be bickering. So actually, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I was hoping people would be able to make a case to side with any of them. Like, nobody's 100% in the right or in the wrong. Anyways, okay. So, it's the evening of December 8th. Happy Hanukkah, by the way. Apparently that starts, like, today. I was gonna keep track, and then I didn't. I apologize. The only date I have memorized is December 25th. I never even know when Thanksgiving is, dog. Like, there's like 2 days I keep track of at max. Is Jasmine or Stella gonna appear in episode 3? Okay, it's... Technically, the next episode is still, like, pre-season 1. The pilot, definitely pre-season 1. It was just a test to gauge interest. And it ended up breaking 40K on TikTok, so I was like, oh, I guess people are interested in that. But I didn't have the entire plot for season 1 written out yet. I had the entire plot written out, but I didn't have all the scripts done. So I'd rather just put all season 1 aside and work on it, like, as a group, because it's not like one of those lore heavy, everything is plot driven shows, but there is an overarching story that I want to do, so I'd rather have it all like as a group. So the next episode is still pre-season 1, just to like give y'all something else to soak up while I'm still working on season 1 like as a whole. But also to see if a longer form episode is going to do well, because the pilot was like 3 minutes. So I do want to have an 11 to 15 minute test episode. Not really like a test, a longer episode does. Because a lot of people can just sit there for like 3 minutes and be like, oh yeah, that's cute. But if it's the same thing over and over again for like a solid 10 minutes, I feel like it would get more annoying a lot quicker. But if all goes well, episode 3 is actually going to be episode 1. I know that doesn't make sense. We have the pilot was The Door to Adventure. The next episode is, I'm calling it episode 0. And then we have episode 1. And for that, I want to do you break it up into the 11-minute segments. The next episode, Zarla is pretty important in it. Cass is finally introduced, and she's supposed to be the main character, and she hasn't been in a single episode, and she's not in the next episode either, because it's pre-season 1. And because it takes place at a school, she needs to, like, be established as a student at that school. But I can't do that yet, because it's not the actual story yet. So she just hasn't been there. Stella shows up episode 1. She has a episode 1A, she's sort of there. Episode 1B, she's like a main character. So yes, Stella does show up. Spent 10 minutes explaining that just to end up saying, yeah. But the main reason we're gathered here today, story time. Let's talk about how they burned down a Christmas tree. So, it's the evening of December 8th, the first night of Hanukkah. So, everybody's in the living room doing various holiday activities. You got some people decorating the Christmas tree, you got some people putting up garlands, people stringing up holiday lights. And then you have... I'm gonna try to remember the group without pulling up the character document, because it's been like 7 years with these girls. I need to know this by now. Tara, Allura, Erin, I think. Yeah, because she's Allura's sister, so yeah, no, duh, Erin. I think only those 3? I think it's only those 3. Why does Erin have no fingers? Nobody has any fingers. That's just how it is. In the lineup, I drew in like an experimental art style. It's my like drawing style is different than the animation style. The animation style I did because I wanted it to like replicate like a certain thing. My drawing style is just whatever I come up with in that given moment. But yeah, none of them have fingers. Sometimes I draw them with fingers, but in the actual series, none of them do. So yeah, we have... I'm gonna put Jasmine on decorating the tree. Because she's gonna be like, I think it would look really pretty to put candles on it. So, she's there working on the tree. Probably have Zarla, Stella, and Cass working on garlands. But, like, it's all in the living room, so no fingers uses the animation load. Yeah, that's exactly why they don't have fingers, because when I first started, I didn't even know how to draw hands. But yeah, they're all in the living room, so it's like a confined area. So you have Jasmine playing with candles near the tree, probably like 2 or 3 feet away. You have Cats playing with a garland, which is strong start. And then on the table in the middle of the room, you have Tara, the imbecile, Erin, the other imbecile, and Allura, the only one of those three with a functioning brain, also playing with candles, but this time there's 8 of them. And Tara's like, you know what, I wanna be the one to light the first candle. So she brings out her box of matches, she lights that candle, it's beautiful for all of like 15 seconds before the entire menorah just goes up in flames. Those 3 start screaming. Zarla, Stella, and Cass are pretty close by. They look over and see the table is now on fire. They all start screaming. They drop the garland, it catches on fire. Everybody is still screaming. Meanwhile, CK is probably in the kitchen raiding the fridge, has no clue what's going on. Jasmine gets distracted from decorating the tree with her little tea light candles. She starts screaming. She drops the candles. The tree catches on fire. Meanwhile, Nicole, Raven, and Melissa are probably, like, off shopping. Hello, kitty cat. My story was so enthralling, the cat joined and just sat there staring. The only thing that survived were the holiday lights. CK is so me. Nah, me too. She's in another room, probably got headphones on, completely unaware. And now within the friend group, they call it the Hanukkah incident of 2009 and nobody ever speaks of it. They all know it happened. And like, through the grapevine, anybody that wasn't in the room sort of figured out what happened. I mean, CK would probably notice the smell of smoke from the other room and notice the blazing ball of glory. I feel like Nicole, Raven, and Melissa would pull up later after they're done shopping, see the house up in flames, turn around, and go right back to the store. And they all just know it as the Hanukkah incident of 2009, and just nobody talks about it. They all know it happened, and they all work to avoid it ever happening again, but it's never spoken of again. With that joyous story, it's animation time. Stella's very pretty. I'm glad you enjoy Stella. I wish I knew who you were talking about. Come on, kitty cat. No, no, don't chew on that. Don't chew on that. Stop. There you go. You gonna say hello, or are you just gonna sit there quietly? You gonna say hi? She's just gonna sit there quietly. Okay. It is what it is. Or is it? Speak. Speak. Okay, she's just gonna sit there staring at the microphone. Okay, what I want to do is add like a bounce, like a slight extra bounce as she lands on the platform, and then give her a little bit of... I don't think build up is the right word. I don't think wind up is the right word. God, there's a specific term for it. It'll come to me after I end the stream. Anticipated. I guess it's time to end the stream, chat. Sorry. Nah. We still got another 30 minutes. And the cat is chewing on the stylus. What? Mwah.
What do you want? What do you want?
Okay, I'm gonna give her like, I don't know, 3 or 4 frames of bounce at the end, maybe. Okay. I'm not even gonna think about what I'm doing with the belt. I'm gonna delete those keyframes while I still can. The cat is laying on my arm. That's fine. I didn't need that one. I mean, I guess I only really need one on the keyboard and one on the mouse. Okay. Got rid of those keyframes. Add an ease. Just a simple ease out. I know I haven't actually added any movement there yet, but... whatever. It is what it is. Okay. Okay, I might want to unlock the frames if I want to do anything with them. Okay. So... Is that too far? That's a bit far. One more. I'm probably will actually end up making this more exaggerated just because I forgot the platform also bounces a bit. So if we even want to see that she's moving, it's gonna have to be... Goodbye, kitty cat. It's gonna have to be pretty out there. As much as I want to, I don't think I will just copy-paste these frames just so it looks less robotic, I guess. Like, it looks more natural. Like, of course, you're not gonna fall in the exact same position every time. Nobody's gonna notice. I know I wasted, like, 10 minutes doing the belt, and you can't even see it. Mary, no, you already left. There you go. Yeah, see, now I'm dropping her name on stream. Now she has to listen to me. It's a cat. It's just a cat. All is well. Okay. Ah! I might copy paste. Because that looks good. So I'm gonna paste frames. Nope. Paste and overwrite. I don't know. That part might not actually matter as much as I think it does. I think it's like the rest of her reacting to it that's really gonna give that... not illusion, but like... it's gonna sell it. So I think I'm just gonna make the rest of her more exaggerated, like truly bouncing into that position. And I know it's the same thing as the beginning scene, which I'll go and play for y'all in a moment. I already know the second I go in and do like facial expressions, animate her bangs, it's gonna look so much better when lip sync, all of that. I already know it will. So I'm not really too worried about the rest of this stuff. Yeah, that looked good. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, I'm just gonna... I said I wouldn't, but I'm gonna copy paste everything. Copy pasting is my bestie for the restie. I stole that from somebody I was in high school with. Do the exact same thing here. And then you'll never believe what I'm gonna do. Copy paste the frames again. Ooh, that's... I can make that a little better, can I? Ooh, that's a little too far the other way. Hello. That works. That's gonna be that frame. Copy frames, paste and overwrite frames. Much better. Dude, that looks good. Okay, okay, that's paused. What I'm gonna do is give y'all audio from the stream, and I'm gonna switch to the... It's literally like 3 seconds, but I do at least want to show y'all how this part ended up looking, because I don't remember if I did that last week. Got a pencil in my hair, gotta keep it in my reach. Is it perfect? No, but like, a win is a win. And that's... We're getting there with this second part, so like... I'm calling it victory. Okay, the music is still playing. Okay, epic. I'm not gonna do her bangs. I'm gonna do her bangs because I'm here. I might as well. There's only like 20 minutes left in the stream. I think first I'm gonna put the frame... I'm gonna have it line up with her ponytail. And then just work backwards from there. That'll probably look good, right? It'll look good enough. Just to make sure that looks good. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 6 is 50. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Eyeball it. Epic. Add the ease out. Give it an ease in, I think. Why doesn't that look right? I know why. Okay, I have a plan. Does that look good? Yes, it does. You know what we're gonna do. Control C, Control V, Control V. Let's go. That's probably gonna tie it together really well. I mean, hey. Again, is it perfect? No. But is it visually appealing? It's visually appealing enough. Okay, I want to do this one. Okay, this one probably won't be as, like, extreme as her bangs. But I still do want to add a bit of movement because it is still loose hair, so of course it's going to be moving around a little bit. And then, same thing. Y'all know. Copy, paste. Oh, that's why this part looks doofy, because I forgot to... I forgot to... Yep. You get all that? That's what I forgot to do. It looks doofy because it was doofy. Oh, too far. There we go. Paste. Oops, wrong one. Paste. Paste. Wahoo! Okay, let's see how it looks when she's like actually moving. Yay! I clap. I applaud. She takes 4 steps. Yay! An hour and a half later, she takes 4 steps. I will drink water to that. Yeah. There's still 15 minutes left, and there's one thing left to do in this. No, there's not one thing left. There's 2 things. Well, I mean, one of the things is gonna take like 2 seconds, so it's basically one thing left. Lip sync. Might be loaded. There we go. Have her at least like looking where she's jumping, so it makes some more sense. I'm gonna give her a blink. I don't think she's gonna like change her actual like perspective or anything. How does that look? Okay, yeah. Okay, that's where she makes contact, so I'm gonna give... Okay. That's where that happens. So I'm gonna... I think I did this. That seems right. It's close enough to right. Nobody's gonna notice. You know, in the... Not in the current version, but in the... Not the oldest version, but the one before this version of the theme song, I screwed up Zarla's Blink Cycle and didn't notice till I already posted the pilot. I went through and paused it at just the right minute and was like, wait a minute. Her eyes are not in the same spot. And I just sat there for a minute, realizing 40,000 people saw that. That one singular frame, and I paused it at the right time, and it was like, ooh, that looks kind of iffy. But I didn't have the crutch of like, oh, well, it's just a little small thing I did, no biggie. No, big biggie, very big biggie, 40,000 biggie. I think 46,000 biggie. No, because that's the theme song, and I posted the theme song on its own. So 77,000, Biggie! It gets worse. It only progressively gets worse. Oh, man. But yeah, I noticed I messed up Zarla's blink cycle, so now every time I have a character blinking, I check it like thrice over. Like, I am Santa Claus is coming to town in on this type of thing. Like, I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. Because I cannot have a slip up like that again. I'm not gonna lie, that's a very big factor why I reanimated the theme song. I could have just fixed that one blink, but the entire thing was tainted. It was ruined. I mean, also because I changed, like, everybody's designs except CK and Zarla, but, like, that's besides the point. Actually, I'm just gonna set that to play, and then I'm gonna stop it when it's a whole 2 frames because I couldn't be bothered. Animation is just finding shortcuts to make it look as least bad as possible. I think I'm actually gonna, because this blink feels, it's, first of all, I don't like where it actually is, like, on the timeline, but it feels a bit sluggish. So I'm going to get rid of one of those frames. And I'm just gonna have it be the same 2-frame cycle that the first one is. On its own, it looks good, but when it's just a super quick, simple, like, not even a cycle, just like a quick asset change like that, it's not worth it. Okay, it's running into the same issue that in the pilot when at the start before they go through the door when Melissa's like, oh, come on, wait! And she does like the face palm thing and like stretches out her face with the squash and the stretch. This with Aaron is running into the same problem that did, where without sound effects, it just looks really doofy, rubbery. But then you add sound effects and it like ties everything together. I'm like, that's not a product of bad animation, that's just your brain isn't able to fill it in. Because, like, if I clap my hands, you can hear that I clap my hands. So, like, you watch me clap my hands, you get a sense of, like, how hard with how much force I clap my hands, how loud it was, whether or not I had on my wrist braces, all that fun thing. All that fun thing. I was doing so good. All that fun stuff. But like, if you just see me put my hands together and don't hear anything, you're thinking, okay, well, that's not really a clap. That's just kind of putting your hands together. And that's the same thing this is running into. You're just kind of seeing a movement without actually hearing the result of it. So your brain's like, okay, it must have been like a slow or a soft movement, regardless of whether it was or wasn't. Because when I first animated Melissa doing that in the pilot, I thought it looked kind of dumb. But I was like, you know what? I'll throw sound effects over it and just hope that works. And it did. So I feel like this scene is going to be the same thing, where I'm going to have to add, like, a clanking or maybe, like, a chime or something as she steps on these. Because they also light up, so, like, a chime or some sort of, like, notification-esque sound isn't entirely out of the question. It works. Trust. It works because I said so. Also, the same thing at the end of the theme song with the arrow bouncing on the geometric shapes. Looked kind of doofy on its own, but then I added sound effects that sounded like metal or plastic or something, like plinking against itself, and it looked fine. Sound effects are... I don't want to say use them as a crutch, but like, before you redo an entire thing, adding a sound effect or two is pretty good. It adds a lot of something. I can't hide from the lip sync anymore. I've been putting it off. Okay, let me see what I feel like that's probably a good place to start, but I feel like... Let me just check where she stops. Okay, she comes into the frame halfway through Idea, so I'm not gonna worry about lip syncing Reach or Thee. Actually, if I'm gonna be streaming audio anywhere, I'll keep the music playing, but if I'm gonna stream audio at any point, it'd be now. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. This is where she starts to like...
Ideas.
I don't know if Idea technically has 2 syllables or not. I don't know if it's one of those sounds that like slurs into the next one and doesn't really qualify as a separate syllable. But because it's 2 separate notes, I'm going to treat it as 2 different syllables, which is why there's more of like a break between these 2 like mouth positions.
The ideas.
I feel like I can go more exaggerated than I usually would on the mouth, though, because on the screen she's so small and you don't need to be able to see it, like, front and center, but I still want you to be able to tell that she's talking, not just kind of, like, moving her lips. I think the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna add a quick, not like in between, but like, oh goodness, but add a, not a buffer, that's not the right word. You know what I mean. I'm like filling in the blank here a little bit.
Ideas.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, I think it's because the top lip actually stay in the same place and it doesn't move.
The idea starts.
The funny thing about lip sync is for really short words, like you can hear the word "to" is like barely even pronounced. It's there like as a beat, so like you can still hear that she's saying the word "to," and like if you know the language, your brain just fills in like, yeah, that's the word "to," but it's literally just "t." It's barely even a word. It's just kind of the sound of the letter T, so you can just skip it all together because it's only like a frame and it'll just look too busy, so I just skip it and go into the next sound. In case nobody's asked about it yet, but in case anybody's wondering why I'm going so in-depth talking about the lip sync, that is one comment I've been consistently hearing, not just like online, not so much online, but like actually talking to people, they bring up lip sync.
The idea starts.
So I'm gonna explain a bit more of my actual process. I also, if I need something to move like slightly, not necessarily slower, but like, well, yes, actually, necessarily slower. That's not really another word for it. I just hold it for like 2 frames and just hope it works.
It's a flow.
And because she's already engaging in such a distracting movement with the rest of her body, you're not really going to notice that it holds for 2 frames, because her head is moving even when her mouth isn't, so it still looks like her mouth is moving. So you can hold it for a couple extra frames if you need something to move slower. A good rule of thumb is when you're scrubbing and you hear, okay, this is the exact frame this sound happens on, you're going to want to make the mouth go into that position a frame early. I couldn't tell you why. There's probably some science disconnect between when you process sound versus when you process visuals. But it's, if you do it like right on the frame, it looks like it's behind. If you do it a frame early, it's like right on time. So that's probably why you'll notice, okay, that's a bad example. It's not the kind of thing I can show very easily on stream, but if you do go through and like, I have my stuff all online for free. I don't care if y'all want to download episodes. It's on YouTube for free. Like, I don't want to paywall a story, you know, that just seems silly to me. At least in this case, it seems a bit silly. But if you want to download and actually scrub through frame by frame, you can see how if you go through on like an exact frame by frame basis, it'll look like the audio is a frame or 2 behind, but when you play it, it doesn't look like that. You download all the episodes, all 1 of them. To flow, but alternatively, if you have another movement that's happening, like a big, there have been a few keyframes involved in this kind of movement, you can line the mouth up with that and just like sort of camouflage it in there. It doesn't have to be like exact. Here's another banger of a frame. Idea start to flow, making right there. There it is. There's a making. There it is. There's a banger screenshot if there ever was one.
Saved.
Actually, I want to see how this looks.
The ideas start to flow, making everything I see. That's
not too bad. It looks a bit stiff. So, what I was saying about it looking busy, I might just have to experiment with that and see if adding more movement looks dumb. I don't know. We'll see. But we have reached the end of our time here on this day. It is a couple minutes after 5, actually. Ooh, Stella fan art. Woo! I don't think there's any Stella art yet, aside from stuff like my friends and I do. But like, as far as like fan art goes, I don't think there's any Stella yet. Yippee! That's really the only rule I have for fan art. Just as long as you tag me in it, you're good. Go crazy. Within reason, you know. Stella's my uncle and also the devil on my shoulder. She tells me not to read. I feel like Stella would be pretty good at reading. She's very theatrical in a lot of what she does. She doesn't do theater like as a thing, but she has that very over the top way of presenting herself, so I feel like I don't know, I just feel like that it's actor vibes and actors need to be able to read. I say knowing gosh darn well I can't read to save my life. And then I decided to not only become a voice actor, but also a writer and a programmer as a hobby. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She wants to be the best reader, so she doesn't want you to read. Ah, that makes sense. Stella seems like the type of person to yell at you for something she did. Yeah. Not in anything I ever plan on posting, but in like a few jokes I've made with friends, she does that exact thing, actually, like multiple times. Like 2 or 3 times, she does that exact thing. Oh no, yes, Stella would absolutely spill her coffee, get a stain on something she was working on, and get mad at everybody else except herself. On that amazing note, it is definitely past 2 hours now, so I am going to part ways for this stream. But until next time, stay crazy, stay cool, stay creative. This has been Technologica. I'll see y'all next week.